Today's horoscope, Scorpio June 11th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Aim to let things flow rather than maneuver them for the best results today, but it also makes sense to be selective with how you express yourself temporarily. Watch for power plays. You can be quite focused on a moral issue or a particular belief and perspective. While giving something further thought is often helpful, try to shake it off if it's truly interfering with your day. People can be boasting or exaggerating today, but not all ideas entertained now are write-offs. In fact, you can come up with something very special today that will need fine-tuning later. Keep in mind that misleading information may be floating around you, and the tendency to forget or overlook things runs high. As the day advances, we head to a full moon, and there can be emotional stirrings or excitement, particularly surrounding money, things, and sharing. Stormy clouds are roaring with thunder and lightning today as a carryover from yesterday. A maelstrom is forming in the seas of your heart. This is because sweet Venus, our goddess planet, is clashing in a square with your planetary co-ruler, Pluto, in the skies above. This foretells murky energy is afoot in relationships, likely to bring out the shadow sides within everyone's personalities. This is not the time to jump into a new relationship if single. If committed, try to take some space apart. The best way we can harness this energy is to dig deep within to uncover anything that needs to be aired out, released, and transformed into positive means. Your organizational skills and ability to get things done efficiently are definitely in demand, even if nobody's asking you explicitly. You'll know exactly what to do when you see the problem. You are known among your friends for your reasonable judgment. However, place no judgment on your personal needs this month. If you need more sleep, do not waste time justifying the extra hours or trying to understand what reason there is for this change. The body dictates what it needs in very simple terms. If you are sleeping well, enjoy the knowledge that you are growing in some way, if not physically, then emotionally, and that is why you are sleeping more. Sometimes, getting started is the hardest part. At times you may dream up a million reasons why you shouldn't do something, and the worst that could happen. Yet, this is something you have to overcome if you want to reach your goals. The energy of this day can give you a great deal of courage to get things going. Seize it and begin. Focus ahead and not on problems that haven't happened. Just as the moon returns to begin the lead up to a full moon that is going to energize things across the income, work, and career fronts, at a time when things are already fired up professionally, Jupiter returns to your sector of adventure, travel, learning, and discovery. Everett. Everything else will eventually come and go, but Jupiter is here now for the next 12 months and it is the area of your chart where he loves to be and can operate at his best. Jupiter is the largest and most powerful planet in the solar, and if he says you need to make the adventurous side of life's fence a priority, then there is no arguing. As the moon leaves and wraps up its monthly visit to Scorpio, as well as leaving you emotionally and intuitively engaged and aware, it will be with a better understanding of romantic and relationship matters. While this first visit since Venus, the planet of love, returned to your relationship sector last week may have pushed some buttons, it has given her a better sense of what you want from your relationships and what they need from you and of what to focus on. Meanwhile, this has given the spirit of romance a boost. Daily planetary overview. Now is the time to put diplomacy into action. Use tact to solve arguments and flexibility to add to or create domestic bliss. There is barely a selfish note in this "can't we all just get along" moon position, so be sure to take advantage of its peace-seeking nature and heal as many broken bonds as possible. It's time to get serious about improving the world and sticking with the changes we've said we'd continue. By releasing the past and moving forward, we're expelling all the negativity and moving toward a better emotional place for many years to come. In the morning, the Libra moon trines Saturn in Aquarius, offering us patience and resolve. This is a good time to seek the advice of elders, as they can reframe issues we are struggling with and help us to see our problems in a new light. We realize we have become stuck in our ways out of a fear of not being desirable to others. Placing too much of our self-esteem in the hands of outside parties creates difficulties in decision-making. Yet, at this time, we reconnect to our own source of inner authority. We recognize that it benefits no one to sacrifice our personal satisfaction. Late in the morning, the moon squares Pluto in Capricorn, provoking ego conflicts. In standing up for ourselves, we upset existing power dynamics which have thrived by us staying small and keeping the peace. While there might not be an easy resolution at this time, we gain invaluable awareness of how our kindness might be being exploited. Secrets could be revealed, causing us to question where our loyalties lie. The moon then begins its votive course, encouraging us to keep a keen eye on how others are speaking and acting towards us. Above all else, we are aware of the fleeting nature of time and seek to use our energy deliberately to make a lasting impact on the world. This is a good lunar period for practical work that benefits from a slow and steady approach. We should, however, be cautioned not to identify so closely with our professional aims that we lose sight of our overall happiness. Beware depressing and negative self-talk or falling victim to the trap that your worth hinges on your productivity. Smart Mercury has been steadily moving forward in grounded Taurus lately, and its Earth trine to Pluto and career-boosting Saturn today can be just the push you need to step up to the plate and make things happen. Your job, or anything having to do with major responsibilities, including family and education, is at the forefront of this cosmic interaction, encouraging you to grab the lead and take the steps necessary to advance to the next level. If you're in a leadership role where it's up to you to make major decisions, be sure to consider all of the options, including the ones that are good for the group and not just your own personal success. Details are just as important as the overall picture. Your brainpower is impressive during this masterful trine, but remember that asking for ADV or favors from people who are in key positions to help you isn't a sign of weakness. Quite the opposite, in fact. Mid-afternoon, Venus aligns with Uranus in Taurus, offering surprises in love and money. Although both planets are gliding through stable Taurian terrain, Uranus shakes us out of complacency and suggests we examine matters of the heart in evolutionary language. How are our relationships serving to develop our consciousness? If we are not lit up in love, we might now look for excitement elsewhere. Alternatively, we might be on the receiving end of another's sudden desire for change. This can be an influence for breakups, but not if a partnership is on solid footing. A union that begins under this influence may not last long, but we can learn a great deal from the engagement. Since Venus also rules money, we might also make risky investments at this time. The potential for both gains and losses is inherent in this transit, so only gamble with resources that you can afford to lose. In the evening, the Scorpio moon opposes Uranus, making us impulsive. A battle between intuition and instinct prompts us to grab for power. However, Uranus' influence prevents us from getting a firm grip, causing us to feel impotent. The more we try to assert dominance, the more the universe affirms that we are not in the driver's seat. Psychological revelations occur which are hard to process in the immediate. It may be some time before we can give proper context to our emotions, we will be better for this confrontation.